So there has been a bit of discussion in the Booktube community lately. Now in this video, I'm not going to be commenting on kind of this general discussion of idolization and fans and just problems in the Booktube community in general, because at least from my perspective, I think I've kind of been a bit active in terms of being active in the Booktube community over the past few months. I've just been very busy, and with that, I've just been lazy when it comes to interacting with people and reading people's comments and really watching tons of Booktube videos. So I've kind of been in the dark about all of this, so that's why I'm not going to be commenting on kind of the major things other people are talking about. However, I have watched a ton of discussion videos, and I will link 2 down below that I think are very concise and very wonderful and just sum up anything I could ever want to say much more eloquently than I probably ever could. But one kind of small topic I keep seeing mentioned in passing in those discussion videos and talked quite heatedly about in the comments of those videos is this idea of booktubers having kind of their Amazon wish list linked, I guess, right next to their Twitter, Instagram, and all of their other basic website links. Now, I was entirely unaware of this until I watched Les's videos and watched some other discussion videos and was reading about it in comments. I had literally no idea that this was a thing. First, I just wanted to point out that much like my last video, it feels strange doing 2 discussion videos in a row. So in my last video, I talked about 2 opposing articles, one that was very much in favor of YA and reading whatever you want, and one that was kind of denouncing adults in particular for reading YA for various reasons, such as, say, it was keeping young adults from going on and reading adult books. My favorite videos to film are discussion videos where I don't have a clear stance on one side, and I love being able to understand both perspectives, and that is what my intention of this video is. I was quite unaware that this was a thing, and I made it kind of a point to not look to see who has Amazon wishlist because I'd feel kind of weird talking about this with specific booktubers in mind. So I just really want to point out that this video is not targeting booktubers in particular. And if you guys watching do have, say, quite strong negative opinions about booktubers having Amazon wishlist, please let's keep this to a pleasant conversation. And if I see people bashing booktubers in particular or name dropping, I will delete those comments right away because that's not what I want this to turn into. So now actually talking about this, you have one side that is essentially saying that any booktuber who posts an Amazon wishlist is greedy, is using their subscribers, and is just very consciously aware of taking advantage of their subscribers and kind of willfully spurring on this problem of fans and idolization. Then of course you have the perspective of the booktubers doing this who simply say, look, and again, I don't know which booktubers do this. I saw a comment like from a subscriber saying this is what other booktubers in general have been saying because he was defending them for doing it. But apparently what booktubers have been saying is, look, I kept getting asked my address so that subscribers could send me books. I obviously didn't feel comfortable giving them my home address, so I decided to just share my Amazon wish list. And then I kind of get the impression that it just became kind of the thing to do when booktubers were getting asked to share their Amazon wish list. And from their point of view, of course, they're in no way asking for books. The only reason the link is there is because their subscribers requested it. Now I'm going to get into a few of my own thoughts because I do kind of see validity in both sides. Now, I personally have never had a subscriber ask to send me books or to post a wish list, but say I were to put myself in the shoes of a booktuber who was asked that. And first off, keep in mind, I overthink everything, literally everything. My friends know this about me, so this would probably be my thought process. So first, I would think about the demographics of my personal subscribers, and I will go ahead and actually post that here. So as you can see, the vast majority are girls, which is kind of irrelevant for this topic, but what is relevant is that in general, they are 13 to 17 years old. I think one thing we all should keep in mind, and someone please correct me if I'm wrong because I forgot to Google this, but I think you need to be 13 to have a YouTube account, so I'm sure a lot of that population of 13 to 17-year-olds are actually probably like 10 to 12 as well. If I did post it and start getting sent books, a lot of those books would be from that age bracket of preteens and young teenagers. Obviously, I'm fine with getting sent books by publishers. I'm fine with people, you know, sending books to their friends. I'm fine with people doing book swaps. But what I'm not so comfortable with is some 13-year-old in Idaho sending me, say, Gillian Flynn's next book she publishes with her allowance money from her parents. For me, that would just not sit well. I don't even know what I would say if I were to show that book in a book haul with all the other books I had purchased that month. What would I say? Like, please write a thank you card to your parents for buying me this book? And if I were to keep showing all of these books that subscribers were sending me in book hauls every month, even though I am 100% not asking them to send me those books, I would feel like I was kind of further enabling that. I'm 100% not denouncing subscribers who want to send their favorite booktubers books. I think that's lovely and wonderful, but that doesn't change the fact that I just wouldn't feel comfortable receiving them. Another problem I could see arising if having, you know, your Amazon wish list linked with everything else kind of becomes the norm. There's already sort of the issue all over YouTube where people comment on people's videos just to get them to subscribe to them. I could easily see it becoming a thing where people would send out books to all of the major popular booktubers as a way of trying to get into that group. Now, I personally doubt that that is so much of what's going on. I'm just saying I could see that becoming a thing in the future. So obviously I've made how I would personally feel about having an Amazon wishlist posted very clear, but I should point out that I can understand the perspective of the booktubers who are doing this completely. And I've obviously watched tons of booktubers videos, and I can't imagine a single one of those booktubers being the type to be like, I'm gonna post this link just so all these little bitches can be sending me books. I really do think the booktubers doing this aren't doing it maliciously. They're just doing it because it's what their subscribers ask them to do. Again, it's just not something I would feel right doing, but that doesn't mean I'm bashing or saying the people doing this are in the wrong. So obviously the point of this video is for us to discuss, so let me know what you guys think about this. Let's all start discussing down below, obviously in a very nice manner, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.